Hello and welcome to this edition of RichYouthLifestyle.com, Amazon Selling Tactics and Happiness Hacks. I'm Dustin Norman. Today we're going to be talking about the fourth Amazon hack that I use to make $2,500 net profit every single month, and it's called checklist sourcing. If you're a new seller or if you've been selling for just a little bit of time, you probably haven't run into the chance, or actually you probably already have run into the time when you've had not enough money to buy all the things you wanted to sell. And that's a problem that most sellers run into when they really start to like shopping. And the reason is because your eyes can search and find more products than your wallet can buy. And what that does is it actually creates a problem. It creates a problem for new sellers because what happens eventually is you buy a lot of things that don't sell very quickly because you thought it could sell. Or you bought a seasonal item that you thought could sell, and then it switched, and all of a sudden it went from being winter to spring, or it went from being winter to summer. And you are all of a sudden left with like pool lights at the end of October that you bought in the middle of August that just could never actually sell for you. And this is a way that a lot of sellers actually quit and they fail early on because there's a few different options to overcome this. You can either just keep buying the way that you're buying and hope that you turn it around. You can start actually doing like private labeling or purchasing specific items at a specific price that you actually have control over, kind of like a little supply chain for yourself. But those two options, private labeling, that takes a long time. That's a lot of money. I don't recommend it for anyone unless you're an advanced seller. And if you actually want to do like wholesale of a personal product or of a private product, that's going to be pretty difficult too if you don't understand how to do a little bit more online marketing now. And then if you want to maintain the same strategy that you're doing right now, and you want to think that you're going to get different results, I mean, that's just the definition of insanity right there. So you've got those few options, and then you have the other option, which is develop a buying method. Develop a buying method, or as I like to call it, my way of doing it is a checklist. Coming up with a buying checklist. So when you're in the store, you don't actually need to worry about what kind of item you're looking at or how much it costs or what you're going to do. Because if it checks a few different boxes, you're either going to buy it or you're not going to buy it. If it doesn't check the right boxes, you won't buy it. If it checks the right boxes, you're going to take that baby home and you're going to ship it in and make some money. I actually do have a formula that I use. I actually have a checklist that I use when I source. And it doesn't matter if I'm doing retail arbitrage or if I'm doing online arbitrage. And the reason is because buying things and selling them is pretty simple, but we can make it a lot more difficult on ourselves than we actually should. And that's part of the fact that most people, most buyers and sellers on Amazon or online in general, don't use a checklist of exactly how they or how they decide if they want to buy something. They just see whatever they like and they buy it. If they think it'll sell, they buy it and they sell it. And they think that they're going to make money guaranteed every single time. And that's not how it works because there is a little bit of risk. So taking out the risk, my checklist actually gives me the ability to look at something and decide if I'm going to buy it logically. So here's the first thing. Since I don't buy anything and I don't sell anything that's used, automatically it has to be able to check the box new. If it can't check the box new, we're not even looking at it anymore. We move to the next thing. The second thing is 3 times resale value. If I'm going to buy this for $10 with tax, so if I round it up to 11, can I sell this for $33? Do I see an offer out there, or do I see that there's an MSRP, or do I see that there's previously been a sale at that price? Then we have an option. Then we can go to step 3. Is it in the top 20% of its category? If it's not in the top 20% of its category, and it never has been, I don't want anything to do with the item regardless, because I want something that's going to sell relatively quickly. And then fourthly, is there less than 15 FBA sellers? Now this one, I try to use this as a hard and fast rule, but sometimes I break this one the most. And that's because if I see it's an item that it's reusable and it sells out really quickly, I know a lot of sellers being there isn't a big deal. But less than 15 FBA sellers, I won't buy it most of the time. Or if there's more than 15 FBA sellers, I won't buy it most of the time. And then lastly, can I profit $15 or $25 net after all of the purchase, the shipment, the Amazon fees, everything? Can I profit $25 net when I buy this? If I can, I will buy it. And these are my simple rules that I go through, the simple checklist that I have to fill out every single time I'm looking at any individual item and goes through my head. Now the nice thing about having this is it's really easy to train people to purchase for you when you have a checklist. If you actually have something that you know works, it's really easy to say, hey, this is how we do things, and they just kind of follow in the system, and they're like, oh, okay, I just know what I'm doing now, and it gives you a really straightforward way of breaking it down. Now, this has been my 4th of my 10 Amazon hacks that I send to people. I use this to make $2,500 a month net profit. Not humongous money, but you know, it makes me enough money to put in my pocket and put a smile on my face. So if you have any questions, always feel free to shoot me an email, dustin.r.y@gmail.com, or tweet me at DustinLives. I'm always interested in hearing your feedback about what you thought about the video, what you think about the checklist. Do you think I should add anything to the checklist to make it better? Or do you think that it is pretty good to go and you want to start using it? I do appreciate you watching the videos. Thank you so much. I'll be sending you another one tomorrow. Have a great day.